New economy changes arrived in Marvel Strike Force this week. Are they a hit or a miss? And we got a lot of Darkhold releases to prepare for. We have a Wong Blitz starting tonight. We have some Scourge events to get ready for. How is Agatha going to be released? We're discussing all of this and a lot more on your Marvel Strike Force weekly news update this week. I am joined by my brother, DorkyDad. And if you're ready for the news, DorkyDad, tell him what to do.
Go Blitz for Wong right now.
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, hello, hello, hello. It is that time of the week again for your Marvel Strike Force weekly news update. If this is your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button because we do this every week. We rotate the guests. This week, I am joined by my brother, DorkyDad, with all of the insights into Marvel Strike Force, the good, the bad, and everything that has been going on this week. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. It is a jammed-packed content patch. It just seems like nonstop. There's always something happening every 3 days that it just keeps you glued to the phone.
Yes. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, though?
I don't know. I missed time off for sure.
All right, we're gonna have to try to determine if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But I guess the good thing that I wanted to start with is there was bugs, obviously, this week. You know, we're playing Marvel Strike Force. There's bugs, but I think they got the compensation correct this time. So we got this Twitter message here. There were two separate issues that occurred today. First, the Big Boom Blitz was temporarily not granting cauldrons as part of the rewards, but this has now been fixed. So I was not aware of this. I was not right on as server reset. I did 0 Blitz rotations. And this morning, people were saying, hey, they got the compensation. I'm like, I didn't get anything, but I think they got it right because I did 0 Blitz rotations. I got 0 compensation. So, and then people that did more Blitz rotations, they seemed like they got more compensation. People that did less Blitzes, they got less. So I think they got it right on this one. What are you hearing about this, Dorky?
I think they got it right, and they erred on the side of generosity as opposed to stinginess, which is good. Like when I heard there was no cauldrons, I did one test sim, so I didn't get any and stopped, and they sent me 100 cauldrons. So they gave me like ×4 what I should have got. I'm sure they didn't do that for everybody. But because there's no leaderboard, it's best they err on the side of generosity and not being stingy. So yeah, I think they did good compensation here.
Yeah, and I wish they would have extended a little more. You know, selfishly, I wish I would have got some compensation, but I didn't deserve any. I didn't do any Blitz rotations. I wasn't out anything, so I guess I don't deserve anything. And so I think this is a good thing. People that don't deserve it didn't get it. The people that did get it, some overcompensation, which isn't bad. So I think this is a good thing. Could they have handled this differently? I'm very happy, by the way, by how they handled this.
Yeah, I think it's good. Better.
All right.
Always more is better.
All right. So is this a turn of the corner? Are they going to start to compensate people correctly with other bugs?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, there's another bug that is described here. The second, the hard difficulty of the Forbidden Knowledge event temporarily had incorrect cost of 8 and 16 energy instead of the intended 10 and 20 energy. It's now been corrected. There was a slight advantage over playing in hard over heroic. Both of these were corrected, apparently, and should be working correctly. We did get the compensation for one. We did not get the compensation for other. Before we talk about the compensation, when do you think this is going to arrive? What do you think of this new heroic Doctor Strange difficulty? I mean, how difficult was it for you? Were you even able to complete the heroic difficulty, Dorky?
On auto.
On auto.
I didn't have to do anything. Like if you look at the requirements, it says required level, like required suggestions, level 85, gear tier 15, and then it says level 6 abilities. People were running through this with like a 500k team.
Wait, are they even requirements other than unyielding? Because they say recommendations here. So.
Recommendations. Sorry, the recommendations were level 85, 15. But you know what? And I don't want to get too far off the path you're laid out. But if this is the recommendation for this heroic and it was that easy, maybe the Scourge recommendations are going to be way out of whack too. So it's hard to tell what they expect in their events as far as difficulty goes.
That's why we keep grinding and have that fear of missing out and have that panic farming, because we don't know. Sometimes it can be easy like this heroic event. sometimes they may be super difficult. I mean, I don't know if you remember in year one, there were some really, really difficult events that occurred there. So maybe they'll bring those back. What did you think of the difficulty, in all honesty? Because I was pushing for, hey, let's get some harder difficulty, not for the rewards, but just so that we could play something harder, use our characters, have a challenge. I didn't really get that in this. Doesn't seem like you got that as well. Would you like something a little more challenging, or is it just about the rewards for you?
Honestly, I wish it was at least 2 times harder than it was, even if that meant it wasn't the mode that you farmed, but it was the mode that you got some first-time rewards off of. And then hard could be left the exact same way it was before. So you would go to heroic for fun, for a challenge, because there was interesting mechanics that the waves brought, depending on how you dropped them in. But me and you didn't experience that because we just walked through it. So I would have preferred it to be super hard so that we actually get to experience what the developers who made those nodes were actually intending for us to experience.
Yeah.
But I also understand that would be too hard for the majority of players. So have that be like a one-off, a little first-time reward to do it, but still have the main farming be done on the hard difficulty. I think that would have made more sense.
I like that. I like that. Keep the normal farming available for newer mid-game players, but for players that have been playing for this game for 4 years, give us some kind of challenge. I don't want to just hit auto and get rewards. Come on, I want to actually play the game, use the mechanics. I want to have some fun. So I like that. I think that's a good solution, and I hope they continue pushing this heroic difficulty even further. You know, give us the stuff to farm, but give us that challenge. And even if the first time rewards are very, very minimal so that the newer mid-game players aren't missing out, I want that challenge. I want to play this. I want to be like, oh, this is a struggle. How do I figure this out? Not for the rewards, just for the sake of figuring it out. That's what I want. So hopefully that's where they go. Now let's talk about this bugs though. They're getting some compensation for the energy difficulty. When do you think this is gonna be occurring? You think the Doctor Strange event is still gonna be going on while they give this compensation? I was wondering about the 4-year anniversary in Art of Cauldrons. They did that in time. What do you think is gonna happen with Doctor Strange? Are we gonna get it in time for this event over, or is it gonna be like some previous compensation that we got that is way too late for it to be anything meaningful?
I think they'll take their time on this, but what they'll probably do is give you some fragments and have the orb still be available to be opened. So I guess in that sense, they have some more leniency when they give it out. But also, I'm not sure how much compensation people could really expect from this. Like, I did everything on heroic. I don't expect to get more than, like, I don't know, 200 extra frags or something like that.
How much do you think they're missing here in actuality? If it's a difference between 8 and 16 and 10 and 20. I mean, 1 orb, I mean, that would be overcompensating for a lot of people, but yeah, they've done it in the past. I mean, 1 orb. Would that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'd like that. Yeah.
Sounds fair. Give everybody 1 orb just because. I like it.
Yeah, everybody 1 orb. I like it. Yeah, across the board. All right. We got some gear changes, and initially when I saw this, I was like, yeah, what is this? We need a teal. And yes, we do need a teal, but I like that they are addressing some of this orb. So this mini unique, this is a lot bigger than I thought. And the Valley Club said, yes, it could be better. We could have all this stuff just doubling up on 1 node, but I like that it's on 2 nodes. There's the mystic stuff that I'm trying to farm. I got 2 nodes for it now. It's not at a 20. To me, this is big. How much is this affecting you and what you're farming right now?
Oddly enough, it hasn't, because like all bottle. I play such a weird game compared to most people. Like,
hey, as long as you're having fun, right? Yeah. As long as you're having fun, that's the main thing.
So I hoard nothing, and I max characters out at the second I can.
Gotcha.
So my gear needs are all over the place. I need the Mystic Origin gear. I need mini uniques. I need SBCs. So for me, like, this is cool. It lets people target farm what they're missing, but I need everything, and I just don't have enough energy to hit all the nodes anyway. So it's like, hey, cool.
Okay, I'm on a little different boat than you. I hoard a lot, and I don't know where to use my energy on a daily basis. I got that moon dragon thing that I'm farming, and then I'm like, what do I farm? So this was awesome for me, but yeah, I could see it didn't affect everybody like it affected me. All right, what do you think of these other changes? I mean, these are minimal. Am I a little short-sighted on this? Did these affect you more than I'm thinking? The Ultra Store getting updated. I mean, I don't use that at all. But is that is that something that you're using or someone that you
for the
some
mini
of your
uniques,
community is using?
Yeah, for the mini uniques, absolutely not. That's terrible value.
Okay.
For the SBCs, I did pop a bunch of those, which I actually agree with you is probably short-sighted. I probably should have kept all my Ultimus orbs until the Darkhold members were thrown in there. But instead, I cashed it in for like 300 SBCs over like 35,000 Ultimus credits. So it's not great value, but hey, it got me one gear piece. So
hey, if it helped you in the short term, at least it helped you, and it's not a total waste. All right, elite war orbs. Is anybody? Does this affect anybody? Are anybody opening these, or is everybody hoarding for the teal? I mean, I know some people are like, I don't want to open these, but I need this stuff right now. Other people are just hoarding. Where are you lying on these elite orbs?
Well, I'm a very short-sighted person, so I open them as I get them.
Gotcha.
I need to equip gear. I need the SPCs.
Hey, that makes sense, right? If you got to benefit, you got to have some kind of benefit, short-term or long-term, and you're going to sacrifice the short or long, depending what you stuff. But you're getting benefit. That's good. Now, I think the big question is not about these elite war orbs 1 and 2. It's where the heck is Elite War Orb 3? Why are they taking so long? They address this, and I think we talk about it on this new show every week. Where are we getting this? Where are we getting it? And we're bringing this up again because they address these War Orbs with no mention of a War Orb 3. Do you think we're getting this in 2022, or we have to wait for Dark Dimension 6 to come out before we start to get a new War Orb?
I think we're going to get it, and I think we're going to get it soon. And I think it's going to...
Wait, is that a soon to us, the players, or is it a soon trademark Scopely type of soon?
Yeah, probably trademark Scopely. It'll be like at the most inopportune time.
6 to 8 months from now. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
It'll be a Christmas gift, for sure.
Right.
The problem is they know people hoarded. Ever since Dark Dimension 3, when I think it was Yags, he made great benefit off of hoarding these and getting it done. Or maybe it was Dark Dimension 4.
This is my hoard right now.
Yeah. So people have been hoarding for so long, and I think it was sometime last year, they made a statement that they don't like hoarding. Now, if they drop the orb with the same kind of currency, it's the people who open it, like me, but I won't do it, but the people who open it because they take Scopely at their word are going to be super pissed. And rightfully so. They will. It's true. Because...
Newer players, I understand.
Yeah.
Longer time players, come on, fool me once. Shame on me if I'm keep getting fooled by Scopely at some point.
Listen, I'm in a relationship with Scopely where I love them and I just let them get away with everything, and I'm covered with bruises, but I keep doing it, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. Okay. I kind of foresee a war reward restructure. Because right now there's ABCs in there, which no one at the high end wants, and Scopely's very well known for catering to the high end. I think you're going to get a rework where possibly a new currency, though I'm not sold on that. SBCs added to the war rewards instead of ABCs. And if I had to put money on it, what they're going to do, and I know I listened to Heartgrave in your show last week, they'll probably have a teal orb. It'll probably cost a lot more. Instead of a 200 bump, it might cost 2,000. And then 6 to 8 months after that, they'll either reduce the price or increase the amounts that are in the orb. That's kind of how I see them phasing this in.
This is not putting a smile on my face, this conversation. I thought it would, but it sounds like you've been hanging out at Scopely offices. New currency after I've been hoarding all this stuff. And I mean, it's like all these new gamma orbs and these alpha raid orbs. It's like, why? Why not just give us our old currency? You said the hoarding is bad, but you've broken your word in the past. Come on, give me my Teal War Orb 3. So
hey,
yeah,
I could be wrong.
You sound like you could be correct. I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong on this. All right, are you ready to move on to the other economy change that we've gotten?
Let's do it.
All right, boom. We got some changes to Iso-8 now. Again, this was something that I thought was really, really minor. I thought this was nothing, but I'm short on ions. But people that aren't short on ions, more opportunities to buy the actual crystals you want. I'm not sure how much this is affecting the green stuff, but people are really liking that you could select what you have for the blue. And then these objectives, going and adding this blue ions to this is also helpful for people. How has this affected you personally, and what are you hearing from the rest of your community on these changes? Are they better than I initially thought?
So for me personally, they haven't changed anything. An extra 10k blue ions is great. I'm starved on blue ions. I will never spend on blue crystals because I have a giant surplus of that. But it's not always about me. I love this for new players because there's a requirement to have blue ISO at certain levels of the Doom Raid.
Yes.
Well, as people are coming up, they're kind of getting a little stockpile of these blue ions, and they're going to be able to join those kind of alliances faster because they're going to have those requirements met. So I like this as a catch-up mechanic. I almost wish they could give more blue ions in the daily objective, but I could see how that might not break the economy, but make the economy too much fun for players like you and me.
So let me ask you this. Is the only way to get blue ions right now with these new rewards and by actually doing the Doom raids? Or are you getting that in Ultimus or some of the earlier raids? How do newer players get to the blue ISO right now?
To my knowledge, is it Doom 1.1? It's either Doom 1.1 or Doom 2.0. So it's one of those.
To get into Doom, you have to have the blue. But to get the blue, you have to have blue already equipped on your characters. So if that is how it works, this is actually very, very good because now more and more people could get in that aren't actually in the Doom raids.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think this is going to help people kind of jump the older raids and jump right into these new raids, especially when these players, they have web warriors because they started during Christmas. So they're going to have, hopefully, the tech team at some point this year.
There's no tech team. There's no tech team.
It's gone.
Dr. Doom is the tech team. With Lady Deathstrike. Yeah, that's the tech team. All right, so yeah, this is actually very, very big. If the blue economy is like I described, and I'm not sure, that's very big because now more and more players could get into these Doom raids. There's gonna be less people saying, "Hey, I want to get into Doom, but I can't. I don't have the roster. Can you carry me?" Yeah, people could get in on their own. So yeah, this is a lot bigger than I initially thought, and yes, this is very, very good. Other thing that we had going on that I thought was very, very good, and I also thought it was good at the time, is these milestones. We got these 4-year anniversary milestones, a 6 successful brew. Very, very player friendly. We were getting a lot of good stuff here. Armory, 16 orbs. We're able to grind with blitzing, so players that want to spend the time that could grind could get a lot of rewards. Players that don't want to grind as much, well, you don't have to because these are like not like required rewards. They're just going to help you progress in the game. What did you think of this entirety of this event? And we still have a few more hours, but it's pretty much done at this point. What did you think of this entire event? Was it friendly? Was it better than some of the anniversary events that we've gotten in the past, in your opinion?
I'll be honest with you. I had no idea this was an anniversary event until you just said it. I thought this was some kind of Darkhold event. Yeah, but I love the event. It's a great event. I mean,
they may or may not have mentioned that my name, so they might not publicize that very well.
It was a great event. 9,000 fragments for T16 orbs. I think it was like 40 some orbs or something when everything was said and done. It actually got me all the mini uniques I need to finish Dark Dimension 5. I just need some regular teal pieces now. I thought this event was super nice, super friendly to tryhards. So if you were doing your 8 rotations every single day, you have so much cauldrons, you're buying a bunch of teal stuff, SBCs, Mystic mini uniques for gear 14 and 15. I know that helped me out a lot. This event was great.
I loved it. Now, we got a Elite 6 in this if you completed all the milestones. I know you open your stuff right away. Oh, does it look a disappointment? What did you get?
I got a Jessica Jones dupe.
All right. Hopefully one day she'll get a rework. She didn't really get a rework with the Heroes for Hire, so maybe she'll get her own team one day, and you'll be like, yes, Jessica Jones. But
yeah, maybe.
All right. It's free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
Well, time, but yeah. All right. Yeah, I like this event. I hope they do more like this. I like the selection. I like the store. I wish they would have had more unique pieces in there, and maybe even some of those. What do you call those origin uniques, like the alien spores and the Oz?
Yeah.
Whatever those things are, I wish they would have had those things in there. But yeah, it was good. It could have been better, but yeah, it was very, very good for what it was. Now, we got more bugs, but it may not be a bug. It may just be some bad communication. Dormammu. So apparently, there's not many people that have Dormammu, but the people that do have him, this is not working correctly. Applying stun and trauma for 2 turns to the primary target. Apparently, it's only doing the trauma, not the stun. But if you look at what this says on the description for the T4, it may not be wrong. So what was your interpretation of what is going on right now with Dormammu? Why he's not working? And is this bad communication, or is this an actual bug from the devs?
I think this is just terrible writing skills. I think it's very clear in the T4 upgrade. It means to only upgrade trauma to have a 2-turn duration, not stun.
Yes.
And they need to do better at how they write down the abilities. We are already complaining how they're booked length, but if they could just add bullet points instead of trying to make it sound flowery in the ability descriptions, I think that would avoid a lot of confusion that these type of things cause.
So when it says applying stun, there should be a period. Also apply trauma for 2 turns or something like that, just to make it clear. But it's not applying stun for, it's not supposed to apply for stun for 2 turns. It's supposed to apply trauma for 2 turns. But was it billed that way? Was it said 2 stuns in the notes, in the dev notes when this character was initially released?
Yes, it did. There's a video Remnix has from the dev. Okay. And they literally read that verbatim. I mean, this line should read, apply stun and 2 turns of trauma. But I don't know why they worded it like
so
the way they did.
Simple and not much extra text. I mean, you said you're not, but it seems like you're sitting in on those Scopely meetings. You should hopefully sit in on those, what with this, the quality of meetings to help with their interpretation of English, how people use the language.
Yeah, I mean, I'll call my 6th grade English teacher, get him involved, and he can help him out.
Or a sixth grader. You could have a 6th grader help him with it. All right, so they wrote it wrong. They had it working correctly, but they read it wrong to us. They described it wrong to us, and that's how it's been ever since, because their initial writing was so poor.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. All right, now we have a new character. We have a new character that got farmable. And while some people think that it's Dagger that got farmable, no, it is the character that got out of this orb. Colleen Wing became farmable, but Dagger got added to the Arena Orb also. Does this help a lot of people? Did you open any Arena Orbs? And did you get any Dagger shards at all?
No, I can't justify opening that orb, mainly because I buy the training modules every refresh I can afford it. I'm trying to swim with Krakens. It's a stupid thing to do, but I need to upgrade all my characters. I don't have training modules, so it spends there. My Colleen Wing is like 5-star still. Like, it's a terrible existence.
All right, so this has been described by many as the worst store. I think the War Store has something to say about that, but is this maybe not the worst store? Is this maybe not the worst, but the second worst or the worst? Is this worse than the War Store, or is this the second worst to the War Store?
In my opinion, this is the worst store.
Why is this? Because the orb costs more than the characters, unlike the Blitz and the Raid store? Is it because it takes so long for these characters to come through that I initially was happy when we got this new system? I was thinking, it's going to make these characters come quickly. And initially they did. Red Guardian was there real quick. Scream was there real quick. Shatterstar was there real quick. And then started to slow down when Colleen Wing, and she was there like forever. Then Philo. Now, we're getting through, but it seems very, very slow. What else makes this store bad for you?
Just the RNG of the new character. So in the War Store, yes, you have the limited currency just like you do with Arena, but it's a chance you're going to see them and you're going to get 5 shards. When the first Colleen was added, I think I had hoarded up to 20k Arena credits, dropped it all, and I pulled like 10 Colleen shards. So it's like, oh my god. And that's why I only buy training modules now. And I'm not going to be buying Colleen until she drops down to the reduced price, which is another pain point here. The cost of buying 5 shards for these characters is insane compared to your daily intake. And then you talk about Arena Collusion and Slingshot. It's just the Arena system with the currency. It's so gross that An 800 price, that orb should be 300. Let's be real. If you're going to risk it, put it at 300. It gives you purple gear, gives you majority older characters. There's some training modules in there, some E4s, but nothing insane. It shouldn't be 800. It's ridiculous.
Now, this is a pretty trashy store with the cost and everything like that. If they did what I initially thought they were going to do, moving these characters through quickly, you know, getting them farmable quickly, getting them from the increased cost down to that normal cost quicker. Would this still be a trashy store for you because of that RNG if it's moving through quicker, or does the time have anything to do with your assessment?
Yeah, no, like you said, if they were running it the way they initially did, where characters were moving in and out within like a month or two tops, then I think this store is great because they'll drop down to that 500 price tag sooner, and you're waiting for it. So like they made Colleen farmable, like you said, 2-3 months ago in that orb. Farmable, I should say.
Seems like, no, she's not farmable. She's obtainable, which is their other word, their fountainable word, which means you can get them, just not reliably.
Right. So now, how long is Dagger going to be in there before Phyla-Vell gets reduced? And then we need another person before Colleen Wing gets reduced. So just the price tag makes no sense. The time it takes them to go from Orb, which is RNG, I don't like RNG in character farming. I know it's everywhere, but that's like terrible RNG. And then I don't like this increased price. So I'm waiting what seems like 3 new character, let's call it, like you said, fountainable methods. And I hate this store. I hate it.
Well, this store is not just what is going on with the farmability in Marvel Strike Force. It's everywhere, and we have the most unfarmable characters in the game right now. Some people say it's 16. I say it's all 36 of these characters that we have no way to reliably get charged for. Some are legendary, some are in orbs, some are Dark Dimension characters. Some have no way to get them. Some aren't even in a game yet. Why are there so little farmable characters right now, Dorky? I got a couple options for you.
All right, hit me with the multiple choice because I'm feeling a little claustrophobic. I'm the size of one of these portraits. That's how big
we can't even fit on a screen anymore. We're trying to fit all the characters. We're not even the size of an avatar anymore. That's how that's how many farmable characters we have right now. But all right, first. So this is a kind of a player-friendly option. They're reducing the need for stars by increasing the stats and also not needing them for the legendaries anymore. So stars, not as important. All right, that's one option. I don't know if I believe that one, but that's one option. They were supposed to be farmable in Cosmic Crucible, and that got delayed. So we have this big influx of the characters that were supposed to be farmable, and Scopely's like, oh, it's supposed to be Cosmic Crucible. Let's just wait. All right, another one. Did they just forget? Did they forget that they made a commitment to do 2 farmable characters a month? On a very rare occasions, they would do 1, but for the past 4 months now, we've only had 1. And I don't know what we're going to go to April. We could be going to the 5th month there. Or is it just probably the most likely explanation? They like selling these offers. They like having these $50 offers or $5 offers for 50 shards or whatever. They just like having these offers pop up and they want to make more money. All right. So those are what came to my head. Is one of these standing out for you, or is there something else that you're thinking why we have so many unfarmable characters right now?
So the idea that they forgot isn't super far-fetched. Cosmic Crucible sounds like the most reasonable, so it's probably not that. So that leads you to money. But here's the thing. Krakens buy character orbs and they have it 7-star day 1, so they're not buying those $50 offers. Whales/dolphins like me will buy the initial offers, but I'm not dropping $50 for 50 magic shards. It's just not happening.
Yes.
So
Is this a friendly thing? That was the other thing or is there something else that you got going on?
I don't know. I guess friendly because they are also giving less shards in the release methods.
Yeah, that doesn't seem friendly. That doesn't sound fun to me though.
Yeah, so maybe what's really happening is they're making these characters usable at less yellow stars, like Web Warriors work in Doom 2.3 at less red stars.
Yes.
But you're going to want these teams super powerful for Tower and Scourge, so they're trying to incentivize people like me to break our rule and start buying those 50 shards for $35 or whatever it is. It's not going to work. I'm not doing it.
Those rule breaker incentivizers, those folks at Scopely, they're trying to do it. Stay strong, Valley Club. All right. But yeah, I don't know why. Those are what popped in my head. If there's any other scenarios you can think of why we have so little farmable characters nowadays, let me know in the comments. But we do have something coming up. You mentioned Avengers Tower. It says here that it's coming back today at 5 p.m. We've got the no notice in game. We've got the nothing indicating this other than this blog post. So if someone is not paying attention to YouTube or Reddit or not reading these blog posts, they have no idea we have Avengers Tower coming back. Are you prepared for it? And do you think we're really getting it today?
I thought it was tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it says it's today, but I don't know. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. I don't know.
I just looked at the date. Yeah, it suggests today. I guess fortunately,
how
the first
sad
day,
is that we're like, oh, it says it's today, but we have no idea if it's really going to be today.
Was it not in game at one point though? I could have sworn I saw the tab, but I checked after you sent me the topic list and it's not there. It's like what?
I didn't see it for this one, but they could have forgot.
Yeah, maybe they forgot, or maybe when they had to fix one of the bugs with one of the events, it took it out. I could have sworn I saw it though.
All right, so this used to be super exciting. Avengers Tower coming back, yes. Pocket Dimension coming back, yes. And I'm still excited about this, but you said you're kind of, it's losing its luster a little bit. Why is Avengers Tower lost its luster a little bit for you?
Probably because I didn't make top 100 last time.
Oh, the shame, shame.
No, I don't know. Maybe it's just, I think it's because there's so much else going on right now. Avengers Tower was best to inject hype during like a lull in the patch. But this patch, like we're just coming off the event. We got the Wong Blitz. Everyone's kind of looking past Tower right now to the Scourge event where we're actually excited. It's like another new game mode. It's a legendary character, so we're kind of looking past Tower. I think that's why it's lost a lot of the hype behind it.
Okay. It still is fun for me because that challenge that I was talking about from the events that I want, I get that from Avengers Tower. Maybe not on day one, maybe not on day two, but on the subsequent days, like managing my roster. Oh, do I use this team here or do I use this? That's the kind of stuff I like. So I like Avengers Tower. Yes, Scourge. I'm looking forward to the new thing as well, but I don't think I have Avengers Tower solved. I don't think I have all the teams to get very high. So it annoys me and I want to solve it. So I love it. I love it. I love when there's problems that I can't solve. Avengers Tower is a problem that I can't solve. I think the big question though is they said in this last update of Avengers Tower, we're able to sort our characters. We weren't able to do that. They said in the roadmap for 2022, it's coming sometime in 2022 now, instead of the last update. Do you think we're gonna get it in this Avengers Tower? If we get Avengers Tower, do you think it's happening in this iteration or sometime later in 2022?
No, I don't think so. But last time I was on, you put me on to a really cool new function that when a team is no longer available, they don't appear in your save squads.
Yes.
I think that's going to be what we have to
Sometimes that works. Sometimes that works. Sometimes
that
works.
Sometimes
it works.
Oh, no.
Well, after I said that, I was like, oh, it's so perfect. I go into the raids and I guess just those teams. In the Doom raids, yes. In the Greek raids, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know. It's better. It's better though. It's better than what it was.
So yeah, right. I think that's what we're settling with. But let me ask you a question.
Right. Yes.
Avengers Tower problems. They're fun to solve. Can we possibly solve fighting a Darkhold team in Tower without having Darkhold of our own?
Do we have Dormammu as an option?
If we have Dormammu, probably. But because in the last Tower, they added Young Avengers, which caused people a whack of problems, and they added Dark Hunters, which not so much. But Darkhold, like I've been playing with them religiously on the test server. I don't see a way to beat them outside of war with Weapon X. So I don't know how we're going to get past that if they're like a higher level team.
Well, the obvious solution is you're supposed to spend a lot and use your Darkhold to beat that Darkhold. This is a Scopely game you're playing. You got yeah. Well. Actually, I say that if it does start today when it's supposed to start, nobody's gonna have Darkhold, so we're gonna have to go in Darkhold without Darkhold, and then we might have even that Dormammu solution for 6, 8, 10 months, maybe a year. Yeah. I don't know. We may just get stuck on that floor. Now that you say that, it may be a problem that we have no solution for if we don't have Dark Hunters. All right. Other thing that should be starting today, and I think this one definitely will start today, is a Wong Blitz. And Wong, the big protector of this Darkhold team. But it's another Blitz, and Blitzes have been crazy. Now, what are you shooting for in this Blitz? 1%, top 100, top, what is it, 2%? Or is it 4%? Or the one after the 1%, whatever that is 2 to 3%, right? And then 10%? Yeah. Okay, where are you shooting for on these Blitzes?
So on the first Blitz, which is not the Red Star Blitz, I got a 5 on Red Star for Wong, so I don't need the 4 Red Stars. Okay. I'm going to aim for top 100 during the Mega Orb Blitz, only because I made a video with Sell and Stuck, who are like the Blitz bros, if you will, of the community, and I want to use their methods and see how high I could score.
Okay. Now, what is your TCP right now?
2.3 million or 20.3 million.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, okay. That still is at 20 million. That still is a lot of blitzing, a lot of grinding, to get into that top one. I would say 24 million. Oh yeah, you definitely get that. You could get there. You're gonna have to push though, and maybe even spending some power cores. All right, so top 100. No power cores. All right.
No power cores. No way.
Okay. Now, do you think they're going to get red stars this blitz? Because they said that it was supposed to be the second blitz that gets red stars. The last character release, it was like that, but the previous ones we've gotten red stars on both blitzes. What do you think is going to happen this time? Do you think the first blitz is going to be red stars? Both blitzes are going to be red stars, or the second blitz is going to be red stars? I know what they said. I know what is supposed to happen. What do you think is actually going to happen, though?
So I think it'll be the second one, because like you said, traditionally, and what they've said is the first one's Mega, the second one is Red Star. There was two character releases, or Blitz character releases before. It's like you said, they swapped it. But if I'm not mistaken...
But did they? I thought they did it double. I thought they did both as Red Stars.
They did both? Oh, maybe.
I thought that. I may be remembering that wrong, but yeah. They didn't do what they said is the point.
Okay. I'm hoping Mega Orb and then Red Star.
Okay,
personally.
Okay. And what are you shooting for as far as score? 80 million to get into that? What do you think you need to get in the top 100? 85 million? Because I'm thinking 1%. I'm thinking 1%, just 1%, probably 65, 67 million.
Oh,
this is an arena character. He's the protector of the arena team, but this is an arena character. People going hard for him. But there are probably some people that are sick of blitzing as well. So
it is, yeah.
All right. So with all that in mind, what are you shooting for?
Okay, so I think the 1% cutoff is going to be 61 million. I think the top 100 cutoff is going to be 74 million.
Okay. So you're shooting for...
I'm going to shoot for 74 in the first one. No,
74. Oh, you're going right for the cutoff. You're brave, man.
That's the best I can do.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I hope you get it.
I'll keep you updated.
Let me know. Yeah, let me know. Send me a message this week. Actually, Sunday. You're gonna have to send me a message on Sunday. Where did you finish? Because I'm curious. All right. We got another Darkhold character. Yet another Darkhold character in the game. She arrived this week, and this is the first character in a while that I was so happy. I got 4 red stars on her. So happy. And I guess I was so happy previously when I would get a 5 or a 6. My red stars pulls have been so bad. I'm like super excited that I got a 4 here, but she's supposed to have an event coming up later. In the in-game message, it says Agatha is having an event. I mean, we have data mines that say that as well. She has an upcoming milestone event. So how do you think she's going to be released? It's probably not going to be similar to the Doctor Strange event. Many people are thinking maybe similar to Echo. What kind of event do you think is going to be as the release method for Agatha Harkness here?
I could kind of see the Echo angle, where they give you a limited amount of shards, pretty much just enough to unlock her, because she's super crucial to the team's success, and her damage is insane, and they've been generous with the other members, right? We have the campaign event for Strange, and then we have Blitz for Wong, which I guess isn't technically generous to most people.
Certain depends on your collection power. It depends on your collection power. Exactly.
So I think we're due for an Echo style event.
And if you talk about Morgan, that's we're going to talk about the data mines for that, but that looks very, very friendly for newer players as well. So this could be a very, very friendly team for players.
Yeah, I think they have to be. Because the same reason I'm worried about facing them in Avengers Tower is the same reason I think they have to be farmable, or not farmable, but obtainable for people.
Good point on that. Yeah.
But here's my thing. I also got 4 red stars, which I wasn't happy with because I opened up a bunch of Elite 6s.
Oh, man.
But if it's like Echo, and we get a free 5 red star from doing like our core campaign refreshes.
Oh,
how are you going to feel about that? How are you going to feel about that?
I was thinking about the Echo as far as 100 shards, but yes, I totally forgot that we potentially, as a free-to-play, if you grind a bunch, you could get a 5-star red star for Echo from her event. So I forgot about that. Yeah. So that would not be the worst thing. And giving it to send to the store, giving an opportunity to select what Teal gear we get, I think that would be good. Now, the thing that they had with the Echo event, they limited the amount of grinding that we could do to complete all the milestones. If they did it similar to the 4-year anniversary where we could grind our way to getting all the milestones, I'd love it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it's going to be, though, because it's a character release for a very important character. So
yeah. You get one good event per patch, and we just had it. So
come on, we need more. Now, the whole rage is about this Darkhold team. Darkhold. Arena. They're supposed to be an arena team.
Yeah.
They look to be very good in Cosmic Crucible. They are going to be good in Avengers Tower. Probably good war offense. But where are you using them right now? Are they viable anywhere right now without Morgan Le Fay?
I don't think so. I'm not using them anywhere. I do have them built pretty high. I threw them on war defense. They've caught no wins. They've been beaten by very small teams. I think Morgan, with her, she's the fastest character. So she goes first. She sets up the team. She has that safeguard. Without her, it's a really tough go for this team.
All right, so if you don't have Morgan, if you're not going to do the Scourge event, don't even bother.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, okay. It's hard. All these characters, well, not Scarlet Witch, but the other 3, they're super strong, but they kind of need Morgan to set it up for them. So it's interesting. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, speaking of Morgan, we know she has an event coming up. We've been talking about these Scourge events all week. We got some data mines. Now, as far as the data mines go, these are all subject to change, but a lot of the recent data mines have been pretty accurate here, except for the Dagger one. Most of them have been pretty accurate. We got some skills here, but this is the interesting point. Minimum points required to unlock Morgan Le Fay, 425,000 points. And of course, we don't know all the scoring yet. There's a bunch of Scourges and different difficulties, but I'm not sure if this is a high point amount or a low point amount. Seems like a very low point amount. You get a 3-star Morgan Le Fay. That seems pretty good. A legendary character, strong arena character. Seems very, very friendly. What was your initial impression when you first saw 425,000 for that, and then 500,000 to unlock a Morgan Le Fay immediately?
So I like it. I like the idea of everyone getting her because I do have reservations about this team being unbeatable except by itself. I think it's going to be pretty easy. And that 425K to unlock, I think for the ranked awards, we're going to be seeing multitudes of that higher on the leaderboard system.
Now that looks very good. Now, if we're getting it unlocked very quickly, people are going to be getting 7 stars, hopefully very quickly as well, which means that hopefully they're not going to be counted in the leaderboards. I don't know if Scopely's really just said publicly what they're doing with the leaderboards. They said they're going to try to address all the cheating and make sure that there's no cheating for this event. But what do you think is going to happen when someone gets a 7-star for Morgan Le Fay? Eventually they're going to get that. How do you think they're going to handle the leaderboards when that happens?
Oh, it depends if there's any other rewards during the event. If there's like gear or gold or training materials, they have to let people still compete, which would take up spots. So I don't like the idea of that. But I hear what you're saying. Once somebody has the character max, like we can't redo the Black Bolt Legendary event because why would we?
No.
That's an interesting concept.
It is. It's weird.
The events seem fun, though, so you're going to want to rerun it, even if you have the max character, maybe, to try and push your limits, like we were talking about earlier.
Do you think that they even thought about that? Like, people that have the 7 stars just going to be taking shards away from people that don't have it, and it's going to make it harder and harder? Not considered.
You might
That's
be
probably
right.
true.
Yeah.
That's probably true. All right. So in addition to this, and some of the, it looks like there's some good things as far as unlocking her, getting the most amount of shards. There's still some questions, but the interesting thing here, you talk about not wanting the horde currency. It looks like other content in the Pestilence Orb. Morgan Le Fay red stars. We're getting more Darkhold character stars, which is good. Valuable resources, but Morgan Le Fay red stars. This prompted a bunch of different ways that they could do this. They could just be giving certain red stars, or like a you open this orb and you get anywhere from 1 to 7 red stars on your Morgan Le Fay, and it's all up to luck. I don't know if that's good. Or this could be, you eventually you get as many tokens for these red stars and you kind of farm them like you do the gold stars. I don't know. What are you thinking of this? You think it's going to be some random RNG that we get in this new orb, and any hoarding that we've done doesn't really help for Morgan Le Fay? And we gotta hoard this new Pestilence Orb, and hopefully we get lucky with it? Or is there some way to accumulate these red stars and have them go higher and higher on our characters?
It's kind of scary. I really, because Morgan is the lifeblood of the team.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like you can only get these orbs during this event, and otherwise like you can't promote or can't do anything like that, because that's gonna really devalue her fun flavor, right? Because when you have Omega Red, you got bad rolls on him. Well, hey, 3 months down the road, I'll be able to bring him up, make him fun. If Morgan is stuck behind this red star system that people are kind of thinking it'll be only in the Pestilence Orb, I think that'd be really bad. I also don't see why they would do that, because I got to imagine they make a lot of money.
Money.
So if they sell this orb, God.
Yeah, and that would be so bad. I mean, if maybe during this event we get 2 orbs, so we get 2 chances of red stars for Morgan Le Fay, and we get really bad rolls on both of them, that's like a useless character. That'd be horrible. That'd be especially if the overflow, they don't put her in the store for a while. Maybe she doesn't go to the store. Maybe she costs dark promo credits. I mean, there's so many ways they could do this really bad. There's many friendly ways they could do this as well, but my mind is going all towards the horrible ways that they could do this.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll see.
I'll flip it on you.
We'll see what happens. All right, what's the good way? What's the good way we can do this?
No, I'm gonna flip it on you. I hope you're wrong about this one, because
I don't
like
too.
what you're saying.
I don't like what I'm saying either. I hope I'm wrong. Look, nobody hopes I'm wrong more than I am, but we know Scopely. We got to prepare for the worst. This could be bad. It could be good as well. We'll see what happens, how they implement it. Now, the other thing is, it does say that there, but we're getting a 14-day login calendar. Ooh. They've done this with previous legendary characters. Usually it's character shards, but this one is different. We don't necessarily need particular characters for this. So what do you think is going to be in this? I mean, something to unlock more Morgan Le Fay shards, maybe something more Dark Hunter shards, maybe more Web Warrior shards, maybe more Darkhold character shards. What could be in these rewards? What do you think could be in here?
Yeah, I think your first intuition was right. I think Web Warriors and Dark Hunters is what we'll see in that orb, to help us recruit the first Horseman, not to help us recruit Apocalypse. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope it's something good. I hope it's something that gives us ways to farm red stars reliably on Morgan Le Fay or something, some new system. I don't know. I just hope this is very friendly. I hope we have control. I want more control over my roster, not more RNG over my roster. All right, but it looks like we're getting an update. If we haven't already got this, I didn't notice a new update that dropped, but we have a data mine about this, about 6.0.1. In this, the new release, there's supposed to be some new modified settings menu, I guess possibly to address bugs, storytelling improvements for the Scourge event. So to me, this is like they're making improvements to the Scourge event before it's even launched. So I guess that's good. They're fixing bugs before it gets launched. Hopefully, maybe this is about the leaderboards. Push notification fixes. I don't know what was wrong there, and fix some combat bugs. Do you think we're gonna get the T-posing and all that stuff finally fixed in 6.0.1, or are they talking about some other bug?
There's so many combat bugs. Phantom buffs, T-pose. Oh man. Hey, at least Shuri fortifiers.
I heard Cersei's still crashing the game, so maybe they'll fix that.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
But yeah, Shuri is working pretty good. I've tried that. I like
Yeah?
it with a fortifier.
Good.
Thank you for that. Fist bump for you. All right, so what do you think? What do you think this update is going to be? And maybe this got scrapped because we saw this a few days ago. I haven't seen this in a game yet. So, are we going to get this later, or maybe they're like, yeah, we couldn't fix the fixes that we said we're going to fix, so we're pushing them back.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to fix, because it's hard to gauge. If they're trying to fix something super important, then it's probably going to take them longer because that's their track record. If they're trying to fix some kind of offer bug, I'm sure it'll be fixed tomorrow.
Oh yeah, because all the bugs that are offers are all client side, or they're all server side, so they get fixed right away. But any other bug, combat bugs, they're all client side, so they take them patches and patches and patches to do that. So that's how that works. All right, that is it for Marvel Strike Force, but there's a cool new show on Disney Plus. Did you watch Moon Knight last week?
Yes, and I was so excited to watch the one yesterday too.
Okay, so we're going to talk about episode 1, last week's episode. So spoiler warning, in case you have not seen episode 1, we're not going to talk anything about episode 2. You didn't even see episode 2, so it's not even possible. But all right, with all that said, with that warning, what did you think of episode 1? Did it meet your expectations? Was there enough Moon Knight in it for you?
So, I'm not very familiar with Moon Knight as a character. So I was going in pretty clean slate, ready to accept whatever was happening. And it was very funky, very out there. There was like an aspect of like mental illness. He thought he was schizophrenic. And then I thought it was very cool. It was very dark. It was very grounded until, like you said, the last, 35 seconds where you actually get to see him in his costume. Cool. Yeah. So I liked it. Yeah.
I wanted to see more Mark Spector and not as much Stephen Grant. That guy.
He's such a dork.
All the problems in episode 1 could be easily solved if Mark Spector was just doing everything. Stephen Grant just stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Mark take over. But I guess that would have been an interesting story. But I still would like to see him fight. All right, so the bad guy, Kevin. I keep saying Kevin Bacon. It's not Kevin Bacon. It's Ethan Hawke. What is his main goal? He's trying to balance things, correcting issues before they solve, kind of like Minority Report.
Yeah.
He thinks he's doing good, but he's the main bad guy in this series. Are we gonna get some kind of gray level bad guy, or is it gonna be black and white by the time this series ends?
No, I think he's gonna be black and white. He's gonna be bad guy. Yeah,
I think so too. Now, all right. Last but not least, what do you make of Layla?
I don't want to, because I'm confusing if this was in episode 2 or not.
Okay, no, you did see episode 2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, should be fun. All right, I'm looking forward to it. I like it. I want to see more Mark Spector and not as much Stephen Grant, but I like that they introduced it like that, because Stephen Grant is confused. As the audience, we're confused. I'm in your same boat. I wasn't really familiar with Moon Knight comics. I knew him from video games. From the video games I played, I'm like, this guy is cool. So yeah, that's where I knew him. I'm getting introduced to this character like you are, and I kind of appreciate that we're getting introduced with an unreliable narrator, someone that's just confused as we are, and we're kind of letting this story unfold. So I can't wait to see what happens with the rest of this episode. Any other thoughts on Moon Knight?
Oh, I just really hope we see that meme. I know it's not part of the comics, but he says, "Random bleep go." I want to see that meme.
I don't know that meme, but I want to see it too. I want to see that.
He's just throwing stuff and he's saying "random BS go." So it's like Batman, a shot at Batman, but I want to see it in the show. I think it'd be cool.
I never saw that one, but I want to see that now too. I think that would be cool to get that in there. All right. That is it for everything. Before we go though, DorkyDad, tell them where they can find you and make sure you promote any big things that you got coming up.
Oh boy. Okay. You can find me at youtube.com/ DorkyDad MSF or at twitch.tv/dorky_dad. And I'm going to have a Tower video because I didn't know Tower was coming out tonight. So right now I'm about to go make a video for it.
Yes. All right. That video may or may not be up already by the time you're watching this. And if it is, the link will be down below. And of course, the links to YouTube, Twitch, and whatever links you send me will down below. Make sure you check out his channel. Awesome, awesome content and awesome dudes to hang out with and just talk about Marvel Strike Force, all the pains and problems we have in Marvel Strike Force. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. We do a news video every single week in Marvel Strike Force, at least 5 videos per week on this channel. We stream every weekday morning, and yeah, we answer some mailbag questions as well. So join the community. I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. Have fun. Stay safe. And Dorky, are you ready for that fist bump before we go?
Oh, I'm all right. Yes, it's going to be my fist.
Okay, it is. All right, let's join our fists. All right, here we go. ValleyFlyin, DorkyDad, hug fist bump. Out. Have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated. And we'll see you at the top.